Gῖokõ. I hope you are taking notes. I want you to say something. Okay.
Yes, I'm here, my sister.
Can we have another one share? A lady. Ladies, where are we? One lady to share.
We are there.
Hey, can we share? Whatever you have, please. The beauty of adult learning, there's no wrong answer. It's just a learning point. So can you share what you have? But no one will laugh at you. Let me say. Are you coming on? Okay, anyone else who is ready to share?
I forgot my book somewhere.
You forgot your book somewhere where you wrote something.
Yes, but I did.
And who remembers to carry their book?
Maybe she can remember what she wrote. What if she just says what she wrote? Vare Ruzai, can you just explain what you do maybe 1 day or 2 days?
Yeah, you can even take us through what you did in 1 day or 2 days.
Okay, I will do it. I'll present it tomorrow.
We needed it today because we had to see how we'll be moving forward as we go on. Okay, do we have anyone, even a man, another person who is ready? It means we didn't do our homework. We didn't do our assignment.
Hello.
Hello? Kindly share.
Hello.
Oh, I thought somebody wanted to share. Hello, yes, please share.
Yes. Yeah, what I have is not a little plan, but what I will call my daily itinerary. Where in the morning with monitoring and evaluation of addition of in the classrooms. After break, I do the adult getting into class because I've got an allocation of lessons that I teach per week, and I make sure I do that one on a daily basis. And perhaps in the afternoon, when I have to meet with parents, there are any parents coming, I tell them that the whole morning I'll be occupied, so they may only visit the school in the afternoon, unless if there is something very pending that they would want to share with the school. Thereafter, I make an inspection of the school projects, the school running projects, going around maybe the infrastructure, house, what you do, and at the end of the day, I meet with the deputy head to share of the activities that would have happened in the school and perhaps plan for the following day. And on Fridays, we meet as management team to map the way forward for the coming week. That's all I can share with you as of now.
Thank you very much. We'll take those two experiences. But what I've noticed, because if you look at the schedule that you were given, it is more like a diary which has date and time. Probably from the two speakers, what I got is a routine, what you normally do in a normal week. But what we were looking out for was what you actually did during the last week. For example, maybe 7 to whatever, what did you do, the activity, and what category is it? Is it to do with management or leadership or, all those things? That is what we are looking out for. I don't know, Doc, can you pick it up from there?
Thank you very much, Maureen. I think you have captured it all. There is a block reference of what they do, and a day has 8 hours. So when you block 8 hours, we want you to go granular so that we see what you do. So if you're saying you can only meet parents in the afternoon, and some parents they have their off day in the morning, you might be excluding some parents. You have said unless there is something else. But having an open door policy allows parents that they can come anytime, and then you can be flexible. So you have given us a routine, but we like us to to think about what you do. And the last speaker talked about management team. So if you have a management team in your school, where is the leadership team? Is there another leadership team, or is it the same as management team? And when does the leadership team meet? Because already you have talked about management team. So maybe we need to break down our days. Maybe from 8 to 9, what do I do? 9 to 10, what do I do? 10 to 11, what do I do? And then we categorize that in which one is management, which one is leadership. And then between that, then we can be able to create a balance on what are we doing. Are we managers or are we leaders? Are we managing the school resources or are we leading learning? It's a very rich reflective practice if you do it. It can really make you see what you do, and it can make you reflect and learn something. Thank you, Maureen.
Thank you. Jenna, I want you to add something.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. I think what is interesting is that according to a research that I read about, when school leaders were asked what they spend most of their time doing, they all indicated they spent most of their time doing strategic work, stuff to do with development of the school, improving learning and teaching, etc. And when they were then asked to actually document it hour by hour, and afterwards someone went through this, it was found that what they thought they were doing and what they were actually doing were two totally different things. Most of their time was taken up firefighting, doing things that disrupt your day, things that are urgent and important, but not necessarily things that are preventative or things that have got a strategic nature, long-term benefits. So I think it's important for us sometimes to just measure ourselves and go granular, as Doc was saying. You'll be amazed because what you think you might be spending your time doing might turn out not to be what you're actually doing in fact. And when you document it and record it at a micro level, like every half an hour, every hour, you'll be amazed at where your time is going. That's all.
Thank you, Jonah. So what we'd like you to do as schools open, as you go back to your schools, please look at that format that we gave you. You will see that it is very helpful if you take note of what you do, and then at the end of the day reflect. What I did today, was I managing the school or was I leading the school? What do I need to do better tomorrow? Where do I need to make changes? That will be very, very helpful for you. Okay. So, from the review, we have learned a number of things. I think people have talked. Now, it's time for us to reflect. I'm giving you 4 minutes to write somewhere the things that you are going to adopt, the innovations that you like about this session, and what you are going to adapt. Please, you have the 3 columns. We need to fill in this shopping basket. By the time we are done, the basket should be full because you have adopted a number of things from each session. You have a lot of innovations that you have learned, and you also want to adapt to certain things. So 4 minutes to write those things somewhere, not in the chat box, but somewhere, because you need to refer to these things. At the end of the day, when you go back to school, you need to do a project. So it will be from these shopping baskets that you may be getting certain things that you are going to use. I hope we are writing. That's the problem when a teacher is not seeing what the students are doing. I hope they are writing. Actually, what you are doing, you are updating your baskets because you started filling them in the morning. So in the first session, when Jonah was speaking, you filled in something. So we are until the baskets are full. I hope you are doing that. And then we still go ahead. I used to think instructional leadership is, and now I think, because there's something new that you have added from this session as well. Okay. Next. Okay. You can continue writing. Over to Jonah. Do you want to say something?
For me, nothing else to add. Maybe.
What?
Nothing else from me, thanks.
Okay, Doc.
Thank you very much, Maureen, for leading this particular session. I think you have given us a lot of insights on leadership and instructional leadership per se, and you have brought very real-life experiences in the teaching and learning. And thank you, Jonah, for the morning session. School leaders and the facilitators, thank you for your participation. I hope we are going to reflect. This is a working break. We have less than 24 hours to work, and working means our basket, to relook at our basket, to see if we picked the right things, to change the things which we want to change. Remember, our baskets are guided by the inquiry question, the KIQ that we did. We had a KIQ, and when we were coming to this course, we had our own expectation. And back in our schools, we have our contextual reality. So our baskets cannot be uniform. I cannot copy Maureen's basket, neither can I copy Jonah's basket. We are all drawing from the same supermarket, but we all have different baskets. So let's take this time between now and tomorrow at the same time we started today. And if we can join a bit earlier so that we can settle down. We also have our Google Classroom. Make sure you are in the Google Classroom. If you are not, ask your neighbor from your province or from your district who is in Google Classroom. Start sharing there, because there will be activity in the Google Classroom. For example, the reflections today will also be shared in the Google Classroom. So we want to keep on learning from the facilitators, but also learning from each of us, because we are bringing a lot of experience. Thank you very much for your time. And if Zanele, you are here, then we can close so that people can take a break from the screen, and we meet again. Zanele?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much. To me, it's a big thank you to the facilitators, and also a good start where we had to make sure everyone was on the same page on probably things that we underestimate at times, to say, how do you use the visual screens, how do you do it, how do you put your hand up, where do you actually contribute, because sometimes we think they're basic, but we all want to be fair to each other and to be on the same page. And also to say, tomorrow, let's take the day as a new day. Some people had challenges. I was reading the posts that were coming in. So I think today was our learning day. Let's not be discouraged. So tomorrow, there are others who had not joined. To the facilitators, I hope we'll find a way of just bringing them to speed tomorrow morning, because I think there was a meeting at the ministry to catch up with some members of staff who were out last